everyone, Kaiser Bugger here, and today I got company. And as you can see, I'm very well protected. I got Astérix and Obelix on my side. Why? Because they're gonna help me beat the Astérix video game from my childhood, Astérix and the Power of Gods for the Sega Mega Drive. No Sega Genesis because this game is exclusive for Europe, which makes sense since Astérix is mostly just famous in Europe.
What can I say about Astérix that hasn't been said a million times before already? It's one of the most famous European comic book series, probably the most famous French ones of all time. The only European comic book series that's probably more famous than Astérix worldwide is The Adventures of Tintin. Since Tintin has also become somewhat popular across Asia and the United States, while Astérix has mostly confined itself to Europe. Although I think it has been less well known before, due to the live action movies and also the internet streaming and the more recent animated movies, and also the XXL video game series. I think Astérix might have also been able to penetrate into markets that it hadn't been able to before. But in today's video I'm going to specifically focus on one single Astérix game, which is Astérix and the Power of the Gods for the Sega Mega Drive. Without further ado, let's get on to it. So the game begins with this cutscene with Astérix and Obelix listening to Abracadabra, the chieftain of the Astérix village. And basically, well, the beginning of the game is pretty much just like you remember the Chieftain's Shield book? That's basically the plot, at least at the beginning. But then later in the game, characters from other books in the series will pop up. So the game itself is basically a lot of fan service, a tribute to the whole comic book series. It's not just an adaptation of a single book of the series. And the actual game begins. We now get to the world map, which is just like the one in the comic book series, very faithful. Now we're here in the Gaulish village, and as you can probably tell by now, the background music in this game is classical music. You have heard a couple of familiar tunes by now, and you will hear this the whole game. It's honestly a pretty interesting choice for an Astérix video game in terms of background music. I do wonder why such decision was made, but it fits very well. Perhaps they were in time and budget constraints. Even though the classical music tunes are from a very different time era that Astérix is set in, it honestly fits the game pretty well, I must say. Okay, now this is the annoying part of the game where you open the chests and the coins, instead of automatically getting the coins, you gotta wait for them to do a little dance in the air there, and you gotta be careful that they don't fall through the ground, because then you will not get them. So it's kinda stupid, honestly. And notice in the upper right corner the continue meter, which you get a continue after a certain amount of coins. That's how you get your continue game. Otherwise it's you use all your lives, it's game over and you gotta go all the way back. There's no password system or save feature, I'm afraid. But that's a retro game for you and the Sega Mega Drive. So what else did you expect? At first the map only has 6 locations available. As you can see, there was the Gaulish village, which isn't really a level, although you can get hurt and die there. But you mostly just amass items and coins there. And then there's the 4 Roman camps that all Astérix fans know, and then there's the forest. Now the thing is, you can play more or less in the order you want to, but I mean, as in you can enter the stages and leave at any time you want. You can go a little back, except the forest where you have to go until the very end of it. And believe it or not, the forest is actually the hardest level, but there's an order you're supposed to beat these. Well, to clear the camps, you don't really beat these levels. More like you obtain a certain item at the end of 3 of the camps, which basically you get a Roman helmet, shield, and a skirt, so that you can disguise yourself as a Roman soldier in order to infiltrate the last camp. Because there's one camp where that's guarded by a centurion, and he'll just punch you into the atmosphere if you try to force yourself into it. The gameplay emulates the whole funny slapstick nature of Astérix combat in the comic book series very, very well. Even the path sound effects are there. It's funny how Obelix attacks with free spell though. Here in the forest level, you gotta be really careful. It's full of booby traps. Oh, one touch and you're dead. Also, you gotta be careful. Don't mistime this jump, or else, boom, dead. Seriously, the forest is a fucking geological accident. I don't know why so many holes on the floor. Now let's talk about Astérix and Obelix in specific. You can play as either of our favorite Gaulish heroes. What's the difference between them in terms of gameplay? Well, Astérix is considerably faster than Obelix. I personally find Astérix easier to play as. There doesn't seem to be any significant difference between both Astérix and Obelix aside from speed, really. You know how in the books Obelix basically one-shots everyone to how strong he is? Well, that's not the case in the game. He's as vulnerable as Astérix to hits, and as mortal as him. Even if he touches a wild boar one time, he's a gunner. But I can't blame the developers for the programmers for doing that, because after all, if Obelix really needed to get nerfed, otherwise the game will not be challenging at all. Speaking of which, the game has 3 difficulty settings: easy, medium, and hard. I've been playing on easy, and let me tell you, this game is not okay for me. Believe me, the hit detection can be faulty at times, which makes avoiding certain hits a really pain in the ass. By the way, you wanna know what my favorite part of the game is? Here at the end of the forest, of the Gaulish forest level, you shoot a catapult, and you know what's gonna happen? Boom! Will set one of the Roman camps on fire. And then the Romans will not bother in this stage anymore. They'll be too busy running away from the fire, but you gotta dodge the fire. The flames that are falling from above. And that's really annoying, because some of them you can barely see them attack, so be careful, don't press the run button too constantly, or else you'll be taking a lot of hits, and before you know, you'll be dead. So watch your energy, Brian. Oh! So yeah, the stage becomes easier in terms of there being no living enemies, no Romans to fight you, but you'll have to deal with fire, which is a really pain. Oh, shit, dead. Astérix's British cousin, Jolly-Torax, is being held prisoner in one of the Roman camps. You free him, and then he mentions that you gotta meet some. Well, remember that character, that Indian character from one of the later Astérix books from the Uderzo region era. So yeah, the game obviously is not canon, since in the canon Jolly-Torax and that guy don't know each other. But hey, this is a video game, so who cares? And they didn't just focus on Astérix book, so they had to please the fans of the series somehow. Well played. Anyway, you find him in the forest, and he takes you on a ride on his magic carpet, all the way from Gaul to India, which takes about it's a magic carpet, so it only takes like 30 seconds or so in the game. That's the power of magic, man. That's it. The Astérix world map is so cute, don't you think? Look at this. Look at this. And we're in India. Yo, what, that poison gas? Gotta time it. See, this is the most fun about these games. The heat detection can be sometimes so rather lousy, so it's hard to avoid heat. Oh shit, poison ivy or whatever the hell that is. And man, now the game really takes a bit of a jump in terms of difficulty. Everyone is trying to kill you in India. Really, seriously, this stage is insane. Even Dawson from Street Fighter is going after Astérix and Obelix. Like, seriously! An Indian guy that spits fire and instantly kills you. This is clearly based on Dawson. This game came out in 1995. Street Fighter 2 came out in, what, 1991, 1992? So yeah. I do admit though, this game is not just your typical mindless licensed caching platformer. It actually has puzzles to solve. It makes you think. You gotta know what to do in order to progress in the game. It's actually quite creative. One thing I also noticed is the game seems to lack boss fights. I mean, I haven't had a boss fight yet. I'm not sure if I'll have any in the games. I mean, the game has some quite difficult enemies to avoid, so maybe that's why they felt like they didn't need to have boss fights to make the game even more challenging. So, game developers, thank you for showing some mercy to all of us who grew up with this video game. Although I'm not sure many of us have beaten it. I sure as hell haven't. In fact, as a little kid, I don't think I ever got past the Gaulish Forest. Then you go to another forest in the game, this time the Germanic Forest, which has a lot of annoying insects flying around which you try your best to dodge, but look at this shit, so annoying. And also lots of death pits, booby traps as well. Though that's only at first. At first the stage seems like a very frustrating experience, but it actually turns out to be easier than the Gaulish Forest, I might say. I'm not sure if that's because it's actually easier or because by now, well, when you reach this far in the game, you already gotten used to its mechanics and difficulty and its traps, so maybe that's why, who knows. Why are the Roman soldiers doing the Roman turtle battle formation in the middle of the Germanic forest against no one? Well, I don't know, but it's funny how you can ride on top of them. However, if you hit them sideways, you're a gunner. Anyway, in the Germanic forest you meet up with Panoramic Street Friend from Astérix and the Goths. Oh wait, what? How is he not dead? Well, is he immortal or something? I mean, I know druids can make some magic potions and shit, but that's crazy. Oh, and I gotta continue, nice. That's gonna come in handy. It's gonna come in handy. And now you must head to the Gaulish seashore to catch a boat in order to go to Egypt. I guess we're gonna meet Cleopatra. And this beach level is quite interesting. Because, well, you'll see. Now, at first it seems normal, just a bunch of Roman archers, but then there's this sea creature that I don't know how to attack. In fact, this game so far, I don't know how to deal with animals. It seems like they are immune to hits. Even the boars, even though we all know how Astérix and especially Obelix eat boars like candy. No, maybe this game was made by animal rights activists or something, I don't know. But it's funny how you can jump to the cloud and walk on the clouds. And gotta dodge, what are these, vultures or something like that? Weird. So, take me to Egypt. Yeah, Alexandria. Oh, nice. Wait, what? Ah, we gotta deal with pirates first. Okay. Let's see how it goes. Are we in the pirate ships? Oh shit. Don't think that's gonna be so annoying. This game really loves the This kind of shit, doesn't it? Little boat. Wait, another little boat? And they sink? Wait, what's that? Is that a cross or the Master Sword? That would be the shit if this was a crossover with Zelda, but no. Oh wait. Oh man, that's... Oh man, that box stopping the gameplay was a bit of a of a trap. I could have gotten me killed. Yeah, run right, shift of pirates. There you go. Oh boy. Oh, the old man who only speaks Latin. I remember that guy. He's one of the funniest side characters. Wait, he's again? I already beat his ass. Oh shit. No. I mean, there's no need for that, but okay, might as well get it. Oh, so that's how you dodge it. Okay, shouldn't be too difficult. Alright, when you got one hit... Oh no, I mistimed it. Oh, I have no lives left. Game over. Good thing I have a continue. Still. Oh, this is annoying. This is almost like a boss fight. Especially these guys with the axes. And sometimes, depending how you touch them or how they land on you, you're gonna take hits, even if they don't hit you with their axes. Oh shit. Ugh.
I feel so ashamed that I haven't been able to beat this game. What do you think he did fix? Whoa, 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 whoa! He's saying that Kaiserpunk is a cool guy and that you should like this video and subscribe. Oh, you didn't say that? Well, he's just joking. Anyway, isn't he cute? Thanks for watching. See you next.